It's Friday. We made it one more day to the weekend. How is everybody? I'm Chris McClary with your daily CIRF report. I was going to do a weekend report. Oh my gosh, way too much going on. In fact, I'm behind time on this, so I've got to get started. And we do this wicked fast. Numerology, 28, emotions are running high and just lacking self-control. That's your numerology, and that's kind of the theme, emotions running high, because we look at the moon in Taurus. As you first wake up or early in the morning, it's sextile Neptune, and that's the insights and dreams. And by the way, insights and dreams come from emotions. It rides on the emotions. Dreams are very emotional, are connected to the subconscious emotions. As the moon continues to transit, it hits a trine with Pluto. And normally this is a very powerful aspect, in which it will be today, but it might get confused. So it's a powerful increase in emotional sensitivity and perception, and you really can see a lot in other people particularly, and in yourself, that you didn't see before. And you can press through and carry on with your day very well. But in an earth sign, that might get confused, and we're going to talk about that here in a little bit. And then later in the day, moon then enters a opposition with Jupiter, and Jupiter in Scorpio is generally pretty positive. It makes you a little magnetic, it makes you attractive, like personality wise. And the Jupiter opposition to moon now is kind of opens you up. It makes you less guarded about your feelings, and that's neither good nor bad. It can be good. It can be a good thing because we can connect a little easier when you're open. If you're normally closed up and now you open it up, that makes you even more magnetic. But the problem is this openness makes you more susceptible to nitpicking or analyzing or mothering and that kind of thing, which can be hard for a lot of people. So it's not a good or bad kind of energy. It just is just a little bit more open. But that's emotions. So let's go look at this trine here, because this is where it's going to get confused probably. Is the earth. We have earth, trine, earth. And earth is the five senses. Earth is practical, it's pragmatic, it's grounded, but it does want the finer things, particularly Taurus. The Taurus moon wants the finer things. So these sensory needs, sensory desires could get mixed in with emotions, and boom, we go into flames. Okay? That's what the astrology and the numerology say. But let's look at the DreamBot. And this is the first time I've seen something so drastically different than the astrology. Very, very first time. But I think we have a solution here. I think the DreamBot is telling us what the solution is. Anyway, let's look at the reds. The red dream words are last, ending, separated, flat, stops, and shut. Those are ending words. Those are final, ending kind of words. Then blue is official, automatically, yeah, frank, basically, states, messenger. It's a meme of matter of fact. It's just, it is what it is. That's kind of what blue is saying. It is kind of the final thing. And yeah, it's the final day of the week until we get into the weekend. But I think on a bigger scale, what we're looking at is you really need to be careful with how these emotions erupt in you. And that does go into our solution. So let's do our little transition, and we'll come back and talk about how to surf these energies. And if you like what we're doing here with these surfs and looking for the biggest collective influence, get yourself subscribed and hit the bell so that you don't miss any of these surf reports. We have probably a heightened state of feelings, and it's mixed between the outside and the inside. So it kind of erupts into an emotional weirdness, confusion, and I'm not going to say it's like mayhem out there, but I'm thinking that the emotions and the feelings could make you end up doing something impulsive that you didn't want to do compared to where you want to go in life. You may take, on a day like today, it's high risk for taking a quick diversion for some quick satisfaction, I should say. And that could pose disastrous results. That's what the DreamBot was suggesting, that if you do that, if you indulge in that, you could end what you have right now. You could end those long-term goals and values. So how we surf this today is, before you start in on your day, very, very important to set the long-term vision. The next year, the next 5 years, where do you want to be in life? Who do you want to be? Do you want to be serving humanity? That's your question. And put that into like a one-word thing, just or a phrase, very short, so that you can remember it pretty easy. And as you go about the day, then just bring that back, especially as you get maybe impulsive or maybe these 5 sensory needs, and you bring back that intention for your longer term goals. And that way you can see whether or not this quick impulsive action is commensurate with my longer term goals. And so basically, in the DreamBot, it asks you to just look at everything as matter of fact, as practical, as grounded. And you've got that earth energy, so this isn't asking you to do something that's not in the astrology. It's there. The problem is all these emotions from the inside could confuse the things that are in the head and the 5 senses on the outside. And that's where this fire is coming from that we see here. So put out the fire, put out the emotional, temporary burning in there with reason and objectiveness and practicality. Just ask yourself, just simply, is this in my best interest for my long-term goals? It's that simple. Just bring objectivity to emotions. In fact, what I talked about in the written summary is that emotions should come as objects. Just look at emotions as matter of fact. They just are. And if you can see those today, then you can watch yourself kind of falling off into bliss land, and oh well, this will make me happy, and then just kind of fluttery. And it'll keep you from doing things that you don't want to do. That you won't end your long-term goals by doing something fluttery and short and fleeting. Okay, so that's what we have today. And if you want more updates over the weekend, then go to the DreamBot, and that's nationaldreamcenter.com, and I'll post the updates there, unless I get a wild hair and go ahead and do another astrology report for this weekend. I don't think I have to work this weekend, so not really sure. Have a great day. Have a great weekend if I don't see you. Thanks for being here, everybody. Thanks for your likes, shares, and subscriptions. Take care.